Hi guys, it's Allie and Chris from Mystic Cycle Center. We just wanted to come on today. Welcome to our living room. We are calling this our episode 1 of our living room lowdown series. So basically what we're trying to do is just give everybody a little bit of an inside look, behind the scenes of some of the stuff going on. We've had some customer feedback. So there are a couple items that we wanted to address. And I am going to let Chris take it away.
First topic is our team. Our team has grown tremendously over the last year. When Allie and I took over in July, compared to now, we have over doubled our team members. We actually last week made our 20th hire, or our 20th employee joined our team. That includes Allie and I. And we are very excited for our new friendly, warm, welcoming faces that are part of our team. We are going to touch on education and our learning that goes on a daily basis. And Allie can kind of expand upon that.
Yeah, and before I do, I just want to mention like some of the core people that you will see on the floor now may not be the core people that you were used to. So like Chris was, before ownership, the sales manager on the floor. So he was who you were used to seeing. He and Joe usually together. You would see Sean in the shop. But now what you will most likely see is you will see Joe, who is one of our most customer facing people. And then somebody who came on with us in the fall, who is Caesar. And many of you have probably met Caesar. He and Joe are just as lovely as each other. They are wonderful additions to the team, always eager to help everybody, super passionate about cycling. So there will be some changes in the people you see in the customer facing positions. But we assure you that they are just as passionate, just as, mindful of helping others as anybody else that you were used to working with. And we ensure that through our educational opportunities that we provide the team. We work through things together in a collaborative environment. We do mock style activities where we actually reenact situations that have been maybe pain points for us in the store. One of those most recently that we've been trying to work through is service check-ins. We know that our service department backs up quickly. So how can we make that more efficient? So we do those mock style activities. We pretend that we have customers in front of us before hours. We work through it. We have questions that arise that we address, and then we figure out the best way to move forward together.
Basically, mid mock, we'll hit the pause button. Time out. Let's figure out let's brainstorm what the best way to proceed from this moment right here is. And our hours now in the full swing of summer are 11 to 5. We stay late on Thursdays, but we are 11 to 5, 7 days a week. Thursdays, we do stay late till 7. But we start at 9, we sometimes even earlier. But those 2 hours before we actually open the doors, we're doing team huddles, we're practicing these mock style check-ins or customer facing interactions where we're trying to find a product for this customer or whatever it may be.
Yeah, and then so beyond that, when you come into the store, you may see that we have, a team of 5 people who is working the floor. But it appears like 2 people aren't necessarily approaching customers, and it feels like maybe they should be helping you, but they're not. Those team members are brand new, and they have been instructed to shadow. And the reason why is because we don't want to have a team that is expected to be like trial by fire. I think that's uncomfortable for the customer, it's uncomfortable for the new team member. And we want to make sure that we essentially arm them with the resources that they should have access to before they're expected to, be on the front line. So they're shadowing, they're having these experiences with actual customer interactions that are going to help them when they do, fly from the nest and are out on their own. So we ask you in those moments, please be patient, please be understanding. We're working through this. You know, the pandemic has thrown an intensity at us that we have never faced before. Chris and I are brand new owners, so this is all that we have. You know, Chris knew previous to the pandemic, but as owners, this is all that we have known. So we're growing the team because we want there to be enough people to support the demand, support the visitors that we have coming in.
Yeah, gone are the days of, you know, Sean and I on the floor with Joe part-time and, you know, getting backed up 5, 6, 8 weeks. You know, last spring and summer, we were over 2 months out at one point, and, you know, we were working 70, 80-hour weeks, and we just couldn't catch up. So, you know, that was a big red flag. We needed more team members, and we're training them. Be patient. You know, they're excited to be a part of our team. One of our newest teammates, Evan, he actually came from the fly fishing industry, is excited to get more into cycling and whatnot. And his first reaction after spending a weekend working at the shop was, people are just so happy to be here. And we're really fortunate for you guys. We love helping you out, you know, extending your cycling journey or, you know, a fitness journey. The stories are our favorite part. So, you know, now I'll kind of transfer to what goes on behind the scenes and why you aren't seeing me or Allie or Sean or Jackson a lot of the time. And we want to promise we are not hiding. We are busy upstairs. We're there 6, 7 days a week. And when we're not there, we're doing other things for the business. You know, but I'll let Allie kind of expand upon the e-commerce side of things. That's new to our business, as well as some outreach stuff too.
Yeah, so when you come in the store, you see our storefront, which is our physical location, or internally what we refer to as our on stage. So a lot of the times we compare the bike shop to like a theatrical performance. And that's not to say that we're not genuine or authentic in our, you know, interactions with everybody, but there's this theme of there's your on stage versus your off stage. And in order to get a theatrical performance, you know, up to par the way that it should be on Broadway, there's a lot that has to go on behind the curtain. So for us, we have really like 4 layers to our business. We have that on stage, which is the storefront, the in-person customer facing side of the business. And then beyond that, we have our service department, which does overlap into customer facing, but there's also the side of the service department that is removed where, you know, we have Sean, Jackson, and then one of our newest mechanics, Sam, who is upstairs, and they are working solely on scheduled repairs, scheduled services, and working through those. You know, ultimately, our goal is to always under promise and over deliver to you. If we give you a date, we want to be able to call you earlier than that and say, hey, your bike is all ready, you know, you're able to come and pick it up. You know, we don't want to be out 2 months at a time. And if we don't have those 3 people, you know, dedicated to those tune-ups day in and day out, that would not be possible. Beyond that, like Chris mentioned, we grew our business to offer e-commerce, which means that nationwide people can search for parts and accessories. So we're shipping parts and accessories across the nation. We also, for local customers, you can look at our inventory for bikes, bike racks for your car, like stuff like that, that we cannot ship. Yeah, smart trainers, which are actually, you know, right now 30% off. So if you're thinking you might want one for the fall or the winter, right now is a great time to come on in and purchase one. And so that takes a lot of time to make sure that that side of the business is being managed the way it should be so that it's successful. And then beyond that, what really like at, you know, not only the team's core, but at mine and Chris's core is extremely important to us is extending our reach into the community, giving back, having a positive impact, you know, being involved in local community cycling initiatives. So Chris has taken on a coaching role with Nesca's Team Burlingame, which is the Burlingame Badgers. He has practiced 3 times a week with some of the coolest, most super rad kids that you could ever meet. They're really awesome. And then weekends are dedicated to races. So, you know, Chris is usually dedicating his Sunday.
Last weekend we went to Stratham, New Hampshire.
Yeah.
It's
For race day.
It's Nesca, so it's all over New England.
Right. And then, you know, beyond that, we have been fortunate to have our local law enforcement, the Stonington Police Department, approach us and ask us to partner with them to create bicycle safety clinics. And that's something that we're going to continue to keep the ball rolling with. So look out, you know, middle to the end of the summer for our second bicycle safety clinic. We're going to continue those throughout the year.
And those are for kids and adults. We cater to both sides of it, whether you're road riding or, you know, we had at the most recent one, we had kids that live in Pawcatuck and they don't have a giant yard to ride through. So they're riding around the neighborhood with mom and dad and just teaching them different stuff about stop signs and hand signals and, you know, allowing them to learn and feel confident riding around their neighborhood.
Yeah, and it's important right now. I mean, we live in a world of very distracted drivers, and we need to be able to provide the education so that people can ride more safely. So we're involved in that. And then beyond that, you'll see I have on my Bike Groton shirt. Bike Groton and Bike Stonington are our local cycling advocacy groups, which is very important. They advocate for bicycle safety. They advocate for the new pump track going in Groton. They advocate for bike paths, all of that sort of stuff. They put, you know, tireless amounts of time and effort into that.
Sharrows and bike lanes, like sharrows are on the road to allow drivers to know that there are cyclists that come through this way and whatnot.
Yeah, so you know, we want to have involvement with that as well. These shirts, by the way, 100% of the proceeds go to Bike Stonington and Bike Groton. These shirts are available in store. So stop by the bike shop if you would like to support one. It's very important in our community to have groups like this. So show a little love and a little support and come by and grab one.
I want to mention your Pride shirts.
Oh, yes. So we're actually really excited. June is Pride Month. So happy Pride Month to everybody. It's important for us to kind of shatter that glass ceiling within the bike industry. The bike industry has always been super exclusive. And that's something that, you know, Mystic Cycle Center is aiming to, you know, do our part to shatter. Yeah. So we're trying to create a platform where everybody feels included. So we created Pride shirts for the month of June. And they kind of play on the cycling phrase ride on, and instead of ride on, they say pride on. They have a bike and the wheels are rainbow wheels. They have our logo on them. And then $5 of every shirt purchased is getting donated to an organization called Radical Adventure Riders. And Radical Adventure Riders is a group of femme, non-binary, queer, gravel grinders, mountain bikers, road racers, backpackers turned bike packers, and they strive for both race and gender equality and equity. So we're donating a portion of the proceeds to that organization to do our part to bridge that gap.
We're trying right now. Allie spent the morning trying to get them on our website. Because they are custom product, we're working through the hurdles to get them on to purchase. We will ship them to you directly. We had a couple girls within Nesca that wanted them that we brought to the local races just recently. So we have some Shire shredders wearing our t-shirts, which is really neat to see.
Mystic Pet Shop, which is another local business, their team is wearing them. Go give them a visit too. So we're really excited about it. They'll be available, you know, through through June, you know, and beyond that as well, until they're basically sold out.
So to wrap up, we just want to say thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
We appreciate you guys so much. We're having a blast. And thanks. See you at the shop.